I move
I'll
that
make a
we,
motion to open the public meeting.
Thanks, Alan.
I second it. This is Ruth Henry.
Yes, Ruth. Thanks, Ruth.
Yep.
Okay, so we got the public hearing open, and it has to deal with the change of ownership of Seymour's. I'll read the announcement that was in the local paper. The Board of Licensing Commissioners has received an application for a transfer of stock change of officers' ownership interests of Wethersfield Harris Hobbs Incorporated, doing business as Seymour, which holds an annual all-alcohol general on-premises liquor license at 5 Bank Road, Greenfield, Mass., to Jason DiCaprio as sole officer, and a change of manager to Jason DiCaprio. Description of premise: first floor of the multi-story building, approximately 1,000 square feet, enclosed attached courtyard, approximately 280 square feet, basement for storage. Under the provisions of Chapter 138 of the Massachusetts General Laws, the Board of Licensing Commission will hold a hearing on the application on Tuesday, March 17, 2020, at 4 p.m. in the second floor meeting room of the City Hall. Robert Wolanski, Chairman of the Board of Licensing Commission. Do we have anyone from Mr. DiCaprio
Yes.
going to speak for his efforts? Was that a yes?
Yes, I'm. That is a yes. I am on the call.
Well, you have the floor.
So, yep, as you mentioned, just transferring the liquor license over via stock purchase. My name is Jason DiCaprio. I've been in the bar business for 20 years or so. I also own the Moan and Dove and High Horse in Amherst. And, yeah, have just been helping Nathan at Seymour for the past year and transferring operations over.
Anyone have any questions for Mr. DiCaprio? It's going to be quick.
Hello, this is Ruth Henry, and everything seems to be in order. And I feel that it should be a smooth process.
Oh, thanks, Ruth.
This is Alan Ball. How do you think this virus is going to impact on trying to get your business open?
Well, it's closed, so we don't know yet how long the state is going to keep the regulations in place. It seems to sort of expand out every month. So I'm anticipating mid-summer to late summer, they might let bars start opening up in some sort of operation. But yeah, we're at the mercy, like everyone, to whatever the virus does. It's pretty. The PPP that Congress passed is going to help maintain the staff, hopefully. It's funded for 2.5 months of staffing level, and 25% of that can go towards rent and overhead, so that helps quite a bit. But if we're closed down until the end of the summer, there's going to be a pretty big hole to get out of going into the fall, if that's actually when it happens. So that's the best guess right now from what I'm hearing. So it's pretty difficult to even anticipate what we're going to be looking at, but we don't really have a choice.
Any other questions from the members of the commission?
This is Alan again. So there's no provision on the change of ownership or stock or anything associated with this?
There isn't.
That would prevent. Okay, thank you.
Does anyone from the public want to address this issue? Hearing no one, I'll entertain a motion to close the hearing.
So moved.
Is there a second?
This is Alan. I'll second it.
I'll entertain a motion to approve the transfer.
This is Phil. I'll make a motion to approve the transfer.
Chairman Wolanski, I don't
Yes.
believe you took a vote on that last motion.
I didn't.
No, it was moved and approved.
It was moved and seconded. I just didn't get the, well, thank you, Ruth.
All
All
right.
those in favor of closing the hearing signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed, nay. Well, that passed. Now, how about the transfer? All those motion to transfer the license to Mr. DiCaprio?
It's Randy. I'll make a motion that we change Seymour's liquor license from current LLC or incorporated to Mr. DiCaprio and his entity.
Is a second?
This is Alan. I'll second the motion.
All those in favor of the motion as approved signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed, nay. Good luck, Mr. DiCaprio.
Thank you so much.
What do we got next on this agenda here?
This is Lori. Next on the agenda is the annual beer and wine liquor license waiting list and offering it to the next person on the list.
Well, we have a list of what? One party? Sorry.
You have two people, Namaste and the Garden.
Well, Namaste backed away.
Correct.
So we only have one person now on the list.
Someone is not muted and there's a lot of conversation in the background.
Sounds like Randy. Well, we have one party that's interested in the license now in an active manner. He could not be here today. He had to be down at the Holyoke Soldiers Home because he's on the board down there, and that's Isaac Mass. But he certainly will follow through with an application for our next meeting. And as far as I know, he's the number one on the list. Anyone else want to comment on that?
I will move that we allow, this is Ruth Henry, I'm sorry, allow the license to be granted to Greenfield Garden Cinema, Isaac and Angela Mask.
There's no application, Ruth, for the license right now in our possession. We only have a comment that he's going to come after it. But
I thought, correct.
we have
I understand that, but I thought that it was our prerogative to offer it. Let them know that, yes, they can apply for it.
Right. They know that he knows he's going to apply for it. When he applies for it, he'll probably get an affirmative vote from this board.
Okay, so we didn't need to have it on the agenda. Okay.
Okay.
No, Ruth, Alan, Ruth, this is Alan. Ruth, I think we have to have on the agenda that we are responding to his request to submit the application and to approve that, and then after he hears word that it's okay to submit the application, he then will step forward.
Chairman Bob, I will withdraw my motion, whatever it was. It sounded like I was approving the application, and I'm not.
I thought you were doing a good job, Ruth.
Sorry. You just have to let them know they can apply.
Right, Isaac will probably be applied next for our next meeting. Okay, let's see. Irene Woods, is Irene in the house? Hello? Woody, stop it.
I can see that Irene is watching us on Facebook Live, but I'm not sure if she dialed in.
Oh. Well, this is her bike ride, Wisdom Way, Munson Street.
Yeah.
This is, I think, the third year she's coming for it. I don't think there's ever been any question about it. Anyone want to make a motion on Irene's proposal?
This is Phil. Can you hear me?
Yes, Phil.
I'll make a motion to allow the Irene Woods Advocacy Center run.
The bicycle run, is it? Is there a second?
I'll second that. This is Ruth Henry.
Yes, Ruth, thank you. Any other comments?
My comment would be to make an effort to notify neighbors, especially on, the streets that, White Birch Avenue, Munson Street, Wisdom Way, to allow them to not have tag sales or whatever it is on that particular weekend. And also, if one side of the road can be used as opposed to closing the roads down, it would be better. I know that's up to the police department.
Hello, this is Lori.
Yes,
Hi,
Lori.
Lori. It's Irene Woods.
Hi, and Irene's on. I had to leave the call for a minute, and I think Irene and I have both just joined in the middle of this discussion.
Well, this discussion with Irene is just about over, I think, because I asked for comments, and and Ruthie put a capper on it. That's what she did.
This is Alan. I managed
Do we have
to
a
check
motion to
myself
approve,
out here
if I'm not
somewhere.
mistaken? Am I correct? No?
Yes, I think you guys had a motion on the table.
All right, the motion was to approve. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed, nay. Irene, your group has done it again. Good luck.
I just wanted to, can you hear me at this point? My signaling on my screen is different. Can you actually hear me?
Is this
This
Ruthie?
is Alan, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you, Ruthie.
The
Loud and clear.
signaling is changed on my screen, so I will mute it now. Thank you.
Have we got Kathy O'Rourke in the house?
Sorry, next one is St. James.
St. James,
Kathy
yeah.
O'Rourke. My name
Which
is
is
Ella
Emma.
Ingram. Ella from St. James and Andrew. And we have the application for a display on the Common tomorrow, on Earth Day.
I thought it was a 4-foot picture of Earth from space.
That's what it is.
Wrong?
It's a picture of Earth from space to go on the
4
Common
feet?
tomorrow. The image is 4 feet, and there's a sign slightly below it.
You changed. Why did you change? Did you think you couldn't get an assembly tomorrow, or?
Right. That's exactly it. We couldn't get people. Well, because we're not supposed to congregate more than 10.
Oh yeah, that's right. Strange world we live in.
So what's, Ella, what's the new date that you're going for?
Tomorrow, we're doing the image from Earth from space. It's going to have hanging across the image of Earth. There'll be a banner saying Earth Day 2020. So it's and you know, it's really at that point it's just a reminder that it's Earth Day. We have things on the church's website and on Facebook, but we really, because we couldn't do a community gathering, we decided to go with a display.
This is Randy. I'll make a motion that we accept St. James and Andrews Episcopal Church to put their display up from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. tomorrow, Wednesday, April 22nd.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that. This is Ruth Henry.
All those in favor of the motion made by Randy signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed, nay. Motion passes.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Good luck.
Bye-bye. I hope you come and see it.
Be good.
They locked me into the house for a few weeks.
Oh, they did.
I'll be
All right,
walking
well, I hope
by.
you take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. The farmer's market is next on the agenda.
On my agenda, it's the Kathy O'Rourke for National Gun Violence Awareness Day, number 5.
Oh, I think you're correct. I was getting the two Kathy O'Rourke's confused. Is Kathy still there? She's not there at all, is she?
Hi, Bob. It's Lori. She doesn't seem to be on the line. She had said that she had to go for another meeting, so she may not be able to make it all the way to her item on the agenda. So I'm assuming that's what happened.
Okay, we're moving over to the farmer's market.
Chairman,
Yes.
since she isn't going to be here, we still have one more meeting before this event is scheduled June 5th. So maybe we can put it on next agenda?
That's fine with me.
I would just as soon, in fact, I will make a motion to approve the request for Moms Demand Action to be on the common on June 5th. See what the board wishes.
Motion been made and seconded.
This is Alan.
I'll second the motion with the stipulation that due to this coronavirus thing that's going on, just be a flexible motion and that it can be changed as needed.
Well,
That was nicely done, Randy.
I guess that I will amend my original motion to that.
Any more
This
discussion?
is Randy.
On,
I'll second that, Ruthie.
Anybody want to talk about Miss O'Rourke again? Hearing no more discussion. All those in favor of the motion made by Randy and seconded by
No, Ruthie made
Ruthie.
the original.
I know, I'm sorry, Ruthie. Made by
Okay.
Ruthie, seconded by Randy, say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Now we're at the farmer's market. Is someone here to speak for the farmer's market?
In CISA. Yes, we have Sue Lahowski is the manager of the market. I believe she's on the call. And Devon Whitney Deal is here representing CISA on behalf of the market.
And also Ben
Representing
Clark
who?
from Clarkdale.
Devon Whitney Deal, representing CISA and the farmers market.
Yes, Ben.
Hello, Chairman. Yes, I'm representing I'm also on I'm actually the treasurer of the Farmers Market Committee.
And Sue Lahosky is here as manager.
Well, let's get someone talking.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So this is Sue Lahosky, and we are hoping that we could open the farmers market on May 2nd, as we had originally planned. I had sent along a number of documents to show you how we have kind of changed our normal setup, really planned for allowing safety for everyone, considering this COVID-19 pandemic. So I'm wondering if you've got any questions for us.
This is Ruth Henry. It looks like you've done a very extensive and complete plan to move forward into the future. It should be a good summer for everyone. I know that the customers will be very happy. They'll be happy about not being able to bring their own bags.
Yes.
Okay, this is Randy. My only question is I've seen your paperwork and what you're trying to do. Is there a higher power than us that's opening up these things? I know you said you wanted to open it on May 2nd. I'm just unaware of, who's taking responsibility to say, okay, you people can have this. With what's going on, I don't believe that our license commission has the authority to supersede or anything else that hasn't been put in place.
Randy, this is Devon Whitney Deal,
Clark.
and I'd like to answer that question. The governor, Charlie Baker, has already stated that farmers markets are essential businesses in the state of Massachusetts, and he is allowing farmers markets to operate. So it does fall into your hands right now, because it's our normal operating procedure to request the permit for the Court Square location, as it always would be. So we just need your permission. We have also talked to the mayor, who is very much behind moving forward with the farmers market. So really, this is just, as much as COVID is there, it's more about us addressing safety and the operating procedures for the market. But really, it falls in your hands to just give us the permission, as you normally would, for that space.
And
Yeah,
Devon,
and
All right, this is Randy.
Sorry, this is Danielle from the mayor's
Yes,
office.
Danny.
I can concur with what Devon said. The mayor is interested in reopening the farmers market, and we are in receipt of the guidance from the Department of Agricultural Resources and the new COVID-19 guidance for market managers. And if you guys are going to be following those, we can assist you. We can put you in touch with the health department to make sure that you guys are in compliance. And as long as that's happening, the mayor's office doesn't see any reason why we can't open the farmers market this year.
Okay, this is Randy. Thank you, Danielle, for that information, and that answers any question I have. Thank you.
This is Alan. There's an extensive list of what's going to try to be put in place, or what will be put in place for the safety of the farmers and the marketers. What I may have been submitted to us, but I don't see, is how anyone is going to be able to sort of oversee that it's being done, and what action will take place if it's not occurring?
So we have a number of volunteers who have also signed on to help us. So they'd be stationed at various points throughout the market space so that they could, help to reinforce guidelines for everybody to follow.
And if I may, I'll just add to that, that this is enforced the same way that the new guidelines for grocery stores are being enforced, and that's by the health department, which we have added staff to during this crisis mode. So they're aware of this, and they'll be doing spot checks to make sure that the volunteers are doing what they need to be doing. So I think it's like a hand in hand.
And this is Ben Clark. Oh, go ahead, Alan.
No, I was just going to say that answered my question. Thank you, Ben.
Sure, and I was just going to add to that I also my farm is not vending until July, so I was going to be one of the volunteers. We will be training volunteers, and we have Sue is our manager, and Treble Mandison is our assistant manager, who will be at each market, and we're trying to have at least 5 volunteers. But as they get trained, I will also be there helping to ensure the flow for at least the first 3 markets. I'll be available.
What are you doing to, this is Bob, what are you doing to protect your shoppers from the potential virus? I mean, are you handing out masks, handing out gloves or anything, or what are you doing?
Yes.
This is Sue, and we are asking that all customers have a face covering. We've also got some volunteers who are making reusable fabric masks that will be available at the market to protect our customers.
It will be. This is Dawn. I also want to mention, though, that as you all know, the mayor has suggested in the town of Greenfield itself that we all be wearing masks on a daily basis when we're outside going into places. So it is really, quite honestly, the responsibility of every individual to have their protection when they're going to places. That said, as Sue mentioned, we do want to make sure we have some on hand that we can offer should somebody arrive without one or have forgotten one. But I do want to emphasize that it is not the market's responsibility to take on, that responsibility that consumers should be taking on for themselves. We do not have Big Y or Stop and Shop handing out masks and gloves, and a farmer's market shouldn't be required to do so. And I'm speaking on behalf of, CSER and the organizations that are informing markets about how they need to be ensuring they are following procedures accurately. So that said, it's not required, but the market here is stepping up and actually going beyond what they should be.
Hi, this is Ruth Henry. And I might mention that in reading the mayor's email to our board, I really feel that we should stand behind our mayor and continue with this wonderful program of supplying foods to our citizens.
Is there any way you're spreading your market out around the common? Because normally you go to the market and you're shoulder to shoulder with the person next to you. Is there any way you can provide space so it isn't so dense?
Yes, this is Sue again, and we have come up with a plan where we are putting the booths every other space. We don't have as many vendors at this point. Some of them, for their own reasons, have decided not to vend at the farmers market or have started online services rather than being at the farmers market. So we actually have plenty of space. We did the mapping out We've got room right now for 12 vendors that could be there, and also exploring some other options with the church next door if there's a need for expansion. I haven't heard anything definitively about that, but we are looking forward to, if there are more people joining, how can we make it safe, and just looking ahead.
Sue, do you want to mention to them your one-way traffic pattern that you're going
Thank you. Yes, we do have a one-way traffic pattern that will be marked. That's another piece of what the volunteers will be helping people with. We've got one entrance only that would be actually near the town hall and go up the sidewalk, which is 16 feet wide there, so plenty of room if there are other people on the sidewalk to be on one side as the customers go north towards Main Street, and then they would cross over to the common side and go south down that end, and then be able to again exit going between the town hall and the church.
Are there any other questions for this group?
Yeah, this is Randy. I notice on your application you have artisans and musicians. I think that's a little stretched, the musician part, for your premier event.
Right, this is Sue again, and at this point, with the restrictions, we have not booked any musicians. We are not planning any special kind of socializing activities at the market. It's really seen as you're going to come in, you're going to move through as quickly as possible and then leave, as an essential business, and discouraging any social gathering that often would happen at a normal market.
Yeah, this is Randy. That clears it up. Thank you so much. I know you were covering all the bases on your initial application, but common sense here you're doing quite well with also.
Any more questions? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Hello?
Yes.
This is move that we allow the use of Square in the town common for our usual farmers market from May 2nd until October 31st.
Is there a second to Ruth's motion? Come on, man, step up there.
It's Randy, I'll second it. No problem.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed, nay. We've got a farmer's market.
Thank you, everybody. We appreciate
Thank
it.
you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. You've done a wonderful job.
Wonderful.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
We're going to try. Have a good day.
Hey, Danny? What happened to our tech?
Yes. I'm here.
How come that lady kept on fading in and out?
I don't know.
Sue, I mean, I could hear her for half her presentation. I couldn't hear her for the other half.
Sometimes it might just be the microphone on the other end.
Okay.
She was fine on my computer. I heard all of what she said.
And I assure you, Ruth, I've heard everything you've said today, too.
Am I wicked loud, too?
You're in the higher stratospheres. Beat Frog Nozzle wants a permit to work on restricted holidays. They do it every year, and God help us, we got to keep somebody employed. I have a motion on this. They want to be able to work on Memorial Day, May 25th, Independence Day, July 3rd, Labor Day, September 7th, Columbus Day, October 12th, and Veterans Day, November 11th.
This is Phil. I make a
I hear a
motion
motion to approve this.
Can anybody hear me? This is Phil. I make a motion to accept.
To
I'll
approve.
second that.
Yep.
Hearing all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Those against,
Aye.
no. Well, Beat got their permit again. Laurie gave us something about the junk dealers, the ones that we have within the town. I don't know what, are we supposed to approve their license in this meeting, Laurie?
Yes, this is the annual renewal of the junk dealer licenses, which expire on May 1st.
Oh, I see. I have a motion to that effect.
This is Ruth Henry. I have the list in front of me, and I move that we approve all those presented to us.
Is there a second?
I got a question, Bob.
Oh, okay. What's the question, Randy?
There's a guy on Conway Street, just north of Call's Corner, I believe, on the right-hand side, that he's selling tractors, he's selling this,
Right.
that, everything and stuff. What is his license there listed under? I don't see it on a second, I mean,
I don't think
if
he's on
he's a
that
junk
list.
dealer, I mean,
No.
what list is he on?
I would think he'd be under. Well, I know what you're saying. He sells tractors. I don't even know if his place is commercially in a commercial zone.
Well,
Location again? Elm Street?
I believe it's it's David Brooks.
Yeah.
And I see on Facebook he's offering 10, 15 different items a week for sale, and you go by there and you see that he's running a business there. I just never knew who owned the business or who licensed the business or what the business is really about. And I guess that's my question is, does anybody know what this business and what his gig is?
I don't think we do. It's reminiscent of the fellow who was on River Street before that food place where he always had 2 or 3 different cars in front. You remember that spot? No, I guess not.
Not really, but I mean, this guy's running a pretty good commercial business out of the neighborhood there, and I didn't know under whose jurisdiction he's, following.
Randy, I don't think he has.
Does he have a permit to run? Does he have a license?
Well, we'll have to find out.
All right, thank you.
Chairman Bob?
Yes?
We went into a discussion without a second on my motion.
It's the second time you said this. Which motion is this for?
That we approve the list of junk dealers as presented to us. It wasn't seconded, and then we started the discussion.
It wasn't seconded? I thought Randy seconded it.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I second it. I just wanted to know,
talking.
in addition to.
Well, I only heard
I'll
him
find
start
out for
talking.
you, Randy,
I
on
didn't hear
that.
the second. Sorry, it didn't come across.
What do you want us to do, Ruth? You want us to vote your motion again?
Well, I'm not going to present the motion again if you say that it was seconded. We've had a discussion. I just didn't hear the second.
Okay. Randy, I'll look into that business for you, okay, or for us. I think he
All right,
needs some kind
thank
of he needs a license, whatever he is. And I'm not sure he's in a place where he can have that sell out of that spot.
So on
I
the same note, this is Ruth Henry again. There is a gentleman who's doing the same type of thing with lawnmowers at such on Elm Street.
yes, on Elm Street on the left, as you're going north. Correct.
We'll check on him too.
Hi, this is Danielle. I wanted to bring up, I think this is the point where I wanted to bring up some information for this board. Lori, is that correct, when you want me to speak? You guys...
Danielle, this is Alan. We still have to vote on this junk dealer thing.
Right. This is about the junk dealers.
Okay.
So
this is about a junk dealer?
This is about the junk dealers' licenses. It may become a separate motion, but if you are approving the junk dealers for the year, for the FY 2021, I looked at both the city ordinance and the state Mass General law on it, and this board does have the authority to set fees and also, or delay fees. So since some of these businesses are not open at present, you guys have the ability to make the due date on those fees that you're passing tonight later on in the year. So you could make them due 3 months after they open or 3 months from now or whatever you choose to do. I just want to let you know that we've reviewed that, and it appears to me that this board has that authority to do that, and it would be a helpful thing probably for these businesses who are not operating right now, even though they plan to.
Thank you. Let's see.
So with that in mind, this is Ruth Henry again. Shall I amend this motion or should we entertain another one? Danielle?
I think you could probably vote on this motion because your motion is just to approve them. Yes. And then you probably would want to do a second motion to make the payment schedule different.
Thank you.
No, but wait a minute. Nobody has come forward to ask for such a thing. And, you know, with a $10 million fire department, a $19 million library, et cetera, this city of ours is going to need the money. You know,
well,
if they had
that's true.
If you had four or five junk dealers here saying we can't afford to stay open, then
right.
that's a different story. I'd rather hear from one person before we take action over and above being asked to do it.
Sure. However, I just wanted to let you know that I did, speak with the mayor about this, and she was in favor. There's very few things that we can do proactively to help people, especially small businesses. And the sum total of the revenue from all of the junk dealer licenses is small enough that we could delay the payment on it. It's not going to make a big difference for like the $10 million fire station, as you say.
It all adds
up. It could
up.
make a small business $100 could make a difference. It's up to you guys, but it isn't a big thing for the city. It's one of the things we can do.
Well, Trump's going to give the small businesses some money. Isn't that good?
I don't think that's true, but.
What is their due date when they have to have the funds?
May 30th.
May 30th?
May
so
1st.
we have our May meeting to move ahead with that kind of thought.
Ruthie, this is Lori.
Yes.
The licenses expire on May 1st, so they would, if they wanted to operate, they would need to have those fees in by then.
Oh, so it isn't May 30th then, it's May 1st.
Correct.
Sorry, I was wrong. Lori knows better than me.
That's what we keep her.
Well, ladies, you've done a good job of taking over the meeting now. What else do you want to discuss?
Well, we should take a vote on this motion.
What motion are you talking about now? To give the junk dealers their license?
Yes.
Oh. Well, make the motion.
I did.
Did anyone second it?
It was
Yes,
assumed
I did.
that Randy had seconded it.
So it's been made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed,
Aye.
nay. Well, they got their licenses for another year.
Chairman,
Yes.
I am making a motion that we allow them a 30-day grace period to pay their annual fee.
Is there a second?
I'll second that motion. This is Alan.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, nay. They got their 30 days. Now, Laurie, is that the last thing on the agenda?
This is Irene Woods. I'm still here.
Why are you still here? We voted for you.
You did, I didn't have to say anything? That's perfect,
You
Bob.
didn't have to say anything, no. No, I
okay.
spoke eloquently about your work, Irene.
Well, thank you.
Well, you're quite
Okay.
welcome. Glad you could make it.
Sorry about that, Irene.
No problem. It's always enjoyable to listen to what you do. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. You too.
Laurie?
Hi, I'm here. Just can you clarify the motion and the vote regarding the 30-day grace period? Does that mean 30 days beyond May 1st or 30 days beyond the date in which a business is able to reopen?
Laurie, this is Ruthie. My understanding is that they were due on May 1st, and my motion was to allow them 30 days from the date that it would be due, May 1st. So,
Thank you.
all right.
Anything else there, Laurie?
Chairman,
Only the minutes.
I move that we approve the minutes.
Wait, Ruthie. Jesus. Ruthie.
Cook supper, what can I say?
Chairman and Ruthie and Lori, we had an application in front of us for this bike race that they always have. And that application was like for our last meeting, and I don't see that we've addressed it in this meeting. Did they take it off the board?
Hi, Alan. This is Lori. They decided to not have it on this meeting agenda yet, and it's not until July that the bike race would be, and they figured they could wait for a later agenda when the COVID-19 situation is clarified, because they're still not sure whether they'll be able to do it.
Thank you for the clarification, Lori. Appreciate it.
Ruthie, you want to make a motion on the minutes?
She's cooking.
Am I on?
You've been on since you got here, Ruthie.
You got it. Spoken like a real secretary. I got to keep you guys in line. Worthy Chairman, I move that we approve the minutes from the February 18th meeting as presented.
Is there a second?
This is Alan. I'll second the motion.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion passed.
Now that I think about it, Ruth, just you, I, and Bob were the attenders, right?
Were there what?
We were what?
The three of us were the ones that conducted that meeting. Is that correct?
Oh, Randy was there. I heard Phil.
Yeah. Not everybody can dominate the meeting.
I would only say one thing about the technical side of this. Having had the experience within the last month of being part of a Zoom presentation, I think having the visual makes a big difference. I quite candidly, I did not care for just voices in the crowd. I didn't know who was up next, etc., and it was hard to point somebody out who was in favor of an issue or a presenter of the issue. So I would hope that if we have to go through this type of thing again, that we include the visual side.
Well, I took it. I've been able to see each person who has their video turned on.
Well, you didn't see me, but I've got the video.
You have the video on?
I have video. I wouldn't even know how to turn it on, Ruthie.
Oh, okay. All right. Because you should be able to see me because I turned it on. And I really thank Danielle for working this through for us. And thanks, Lori. You're great as usual.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Is that it? Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Did anybody vote on the, I got a second set of minutes here in front of me, January 21st.
Hi, Randy. This
Or
is
did
Lori.
Ruthie include everything?
Hi, Randy. This is Lori. I gave you the
Yes.
January minutes for background information.
Oh,
Those
just
minutes were
for
approved
my
at the
information.
February meeting. Yes.
Oh, okay, thank you.
You weren't even in Massachusetts then.
That's all right, I still got the paperwork. Somebody thinks about me.
Okay, I guess that's it.
All right.